Why, hello, gents and lady gents. Welcome to the Soup of Life's Boredom Brew. My name is Ebony Farside, and say hello to a new day with a new speed paint for you beautiful people. For today's topic, I would like to get straight into the meat and potatoes of this video. Existential nihilism and the feeling of existence being meaningless. This is a topic I've been wanting to talk about for a while, just because, it kind of speaks to me personally, because I have a lot of these questions in my own life, so I figured I'd speak on behalf of some other people that might feel the same. This topic I thought would be best suited for this drawing for the fact that this character's entire personality revolves completely around being content with the life that you're given, and not just that, but I've been wanting to talk about this for quite a while now. So the two circumstances ended up coinciding quite perfectly, and here we are. Existing is a very complex thing in the grand scheme of things. Why are we born? What do I do with my life? Why should I put up with living when it doesn't put up with me? Does anything I do make a difference? What happens after we die, and does any of it even matter? It can be overwhelming, to say the least. Ultimately, it is a double-edged sword, but no matter the hand you're dealt, you still need to play your cards. A good question to ask, though, is why should we keep living if it's so difficult? I think a lot of people get so wrapped up in a world that demands our full attention that they forget how to take time for themselves, or take too much of it and forget to reach out when they need it the most. One thing that helps me remember why existing is so necessary is reminding myself of what life would be like if it was all sunshine and rainbows. Humans become complacent to good things very, very easily, and I feel like if everything went right all the time, there would be no reason for us to really be happy at all, quote unquote. We would get bored of it. We'd have nothing to talk about, and with all the cruelties of living comes a lot of good as well. Most of which goes unnoticed in our fast-paced go big or go home world. What I enjoy about living, personally, is that all the sights, smells, tastes, and the things that I hear, as loud as and as overwhelming as they can be at times, are all free. I don't have to buy my way into watching a sunset or the night sky. I love being able to make my own choices. I'm responsible for my own decisions, and if I mess up, then that's on me. Some would say that might be a bad thing, but I would argue being unaware of the consequences of your own actions is even worse. I appreciate the fact that I can choose, personally, to make someone's day better simply by listening to their thoughts, being around, and keeping them company. Forget the "would anyone care if I died" arguments. I love the fact that I have the choice to exist. Even if I have my own issues that may be repetitive and a bit much at times. There is always someone out there that enjoys your existence, no matter how unlovable or needy you feel. Even if you don't see it, it's there. I enjoy the mundaneness and, in turn, the spontaneousness of living, oddly enough. Even with the cruelties of life, I appreciate them because without them, I would have no idea what joy even feels like in the first place. It can be something as big as getting married to something as small as someone complimenting your clothes that day. And while some people are afraid of dying or waste their entire life away because they feel like it's pointless to try at all, either way, I actually rather like the concept of only having one single life to live. It's not too much, nor is it too little, and it gives me a reason to cherish the life that I am currently in, even if it feels like everything is falling apart in the world around me. I feel like if we were given more lives than what we already do have, most of us would feel like our actions don't have as heavy of consequences as they do, which they do. I know it sounds super cliche, but it is true. Life is really what you make of it, personally. So why not make it something worthwhile, you know? Now, the art piece that you are currently watching me work on is a character ever so lovingly custom designed by my good friend and I, Try on a Smile. While writing the script for this video, she is also currently working on her own script for another video she's making for this same exact character. However, her video may already be out by the time I upload this one, and if it is, I will leave a link to her video in the description of this one. Anywho, meet Edward Young, a magical being comprised of two close friends, an avian and a giant, that make up his existence at their own will whenever they so choose. He is a man of many shows, with not much room for any woes. However, his bright smile, too, has its own limits. I personally will not be delving into the other well-hidden qualities of this character's form, as that will be saved for another time. But for the time being, you only get Mr. Happy Man. This particular art piece is technically part of another scene my friend and I wrote together, but honestly it just turned into me having fun drawing the guy in a snazzy outfit, because why not? And the prince must look dapper. And after drawing this, I have to say I'm actually getting really proud of how far I've managed to come in the past year or so when it comes to my art. If you had asked me to draw something like this, say, like, a couple years ago, it wouldn't have even come anywhere near the capacity of how I'm able to draw now. And, I think looking back at my older work will certainly prove me right in that regard. I think the most enjoyable part of creating this piece was, quite frankly, the shading. Actually, that and the face. I had a lot of fun with the face. This probably took me only a few hours to make total over the course of a couple days, compared to the 7 or so hours it took me to work on my drawing of that tulpa in my previous video. Mostly because I didn't really bother to put in too much detail into the background for this one, really. I wanted Edward to be the main focus, and it was originally just gonna be a casual doodle anyways, but it just turned into something a little more than that, so yeah. Out of everything in this artwork, though, coloring the outfit was by far the most difficult thing to accomplish. I knew for a fact that I wanted the tailcoat vest to be white and gold, but the shirt and pants were a pain in the ass to color. The reason being because I couldn't figure out for the life of me what color to make his shirt, and the pants, for some reason, kept either looking too dark or too light whenever I tried to color them, so I eventually ended up giving up on them entirely and just letting shading take care of it for me in the end. Ingenuity. Now, I already had a pretty good reference that Triana Smile and I worked on a while back for Edward's Feathers and patterns that I was able to use for this. So figuring that one out wasn't that difficult, thank God. Made it go by far quicker than it could have. Although, to be fair, this character has existed for, what, a year by the time I'm making this, I think? Yeah, it's been a year. So, he's already had some time to bake in the oven. Let's just say that. He's an original. Anywho, I don't really have anything else to add. This one is a bit of a short one. So, to each and every one of you beauties, happy Halloween, happy holidays, good day, good afternoon, and good night. See you in the next one, whenever that is. So, bye now. Ta-ta.